All right. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of MMIC. The mortgage marketing is cool. I am joined with me today, or I'm joined by, how do we say this, Melanie?
I would say joined by, personally.
Joined by, okay. Melanie Walsh over here on my far right. Melanie Walsh is what is your title even?
I'm the digital content director.
Digital content director. I was going to call you writer, copywriter extraordinaire, and all things, and major English teacher vibes. In the best of ways. Okay. Melanie Walsh, not related to my sister, who is Julie Walsh. I wish you were, though. That'd be fun. I'd like to have you as a family member. So
I'd love to put myself to Christmas.
I would love that. Nothing more than that. So Melanie, and then also Christy Mindell, almost who needs no introduction to my audience, because I feel like everyone, the last time we were together and we posted a picture, it was like my LinkedIn blew up because everyone's like, fun. You know, Christy, she's amazing. It's a small circle of people, but Christy, you're running marketing for Champs TPO, which we both work for here, and kind of right up the road from us here in Orange County. South County, baby. I love it. It's fun to get together with marketing and specifically mortgage marketing peeps in California. And there's lots of us down here in Orange County. So it's exciting to, though, get to be together in the podcast studio, which is in person. We're back to somewhat normalcy. From the Social Coach headquarters and in this old
amazing. It's beautiful, by the way.
This is such a cool space.
Thank you.
Podcasting help or set up behind the scenes. It's really legit over here. And
I mean, just if we are in the old bank vault from Old Bank of America, 1920s building, but if you look behind us, everybody, it's a gigantic disaster. There's lights, there's all those the foam panels that did not stick to the roof for some reason. But I think our sound is okay.
It's great. Yeah,
it's great.
Great setup.
All right, well, let's jump into this because as we all are aware, the timing of our conversation today is a little awkward because we're talking about marketing and spending money in this economy that is just kind of trash for mortgage lenders. If we're just being completely honest, right?
Just be honest.
It's just not the best time. And that's an okay thing, though, right? I think we've had years of excess. We've had years of success, which is fantastic, right? And with everything, it cannot continue to grow forever. So we're in a little bit of a market correction. But that doesn't mean that we can stop marketing, especially for a startup mortgage company. So talk to us just really briefly about who is Champs? What are you guys doing that is different from other wholesale lenders, and what kind of sets you apart? I just would like let's talk about that real briefly.
Champions,
get a little bit closer too.
We're new. We started in March of 2022, and so we are a company that primarily does non-QM loans. And one cool thing about us is we have the CDFI Community Financial Development Institution, and so it's a designation that basically allows us to help an underserved market out there that is having trouble getting loans or getting financing or can afford a loan. And so we help out in ways that gives you a rate improvement if you qualify. And so it's really a great way to build communities that didn't think they could own a home in their lives. And we kind of assist with that, which is pretty powerful stuff. And the reason I'm here.
It's awesome. And it's such a cool mission or value of the company to not only just create loans and jobs and livelihood for people that are employed by you, the brokers that are getting loans through you, but also truly helping underserved markets in a like very real, tangible way. That's like
people that just get boxed out. I mean, this is a viable product that really helps and serves where it's missing in the market. So
and there's a rate improvement. Which we all need at this point. So that is amazing. So I think there's cool products out there that help to grow your business as a broker, that help to grow business as a wholesale lender. There's that's one aspect of what we're doing. Just together, right? And in general. But then you have to market these. You're brand new. You just got started March of this year, and we're in November. So what is that? 11 minus 3, 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, 8 months.
I'm in market, not math.
8 plus 3 is 11. So we're on this 8 months. You guys are growing, but like this market is difficult. And I think it's very important as marketers and as individuals to be empathetic to not only your internal teams as marketers, but to your audience,
Mhm.
to your executives as you're
Yeah.
trying to get budget for new things,
Yep.
to your brokers, knowing that
Yeah.
their volume is down dramatically as it
Yeah.
was 8 months ago. But also to the end consumer, knowing that it's more difficult for them to get properties as well because rates are
Yeah.
up. Home values are still historically high, even though we keep on seeing softening of different
Yeah.
markets.
Yeah.
It's just a little softening.
Yeah.
Based on how high the
Yeah.
values have gone, it's still a highly unaffordable time to buy a
Yeah.
home. So empathy, let's talk about that. Like, how are you guys being empathetic in
Yeah.
this market to all those constituents in whom you're marketing to?
Yeah, I think the number one thing for us, I mean, as a marketing department, one of the things that we do is we know that everyone's really struggling, and especially with loan officers that are struggling to find ways to get out there in front of people. We're really trying to find ways to help them out. We in ways of inspiring them to post like we do. We try to make our marketing content attainable that they kind of can replicate themselves. So not making it look like we have a marketing agency style, but we really are focused on accessibility and repeat, like we can repeat these actions over and over again and just keep stay in front of our people. So our target audiences. So at the end of the day, we know they're struggling. We're at our company, we try to find ways to help them with assets and tools and
Right.
marketing that they could access on our website. I think that's what's going to help them get through. I get a lot of calls from brokers today going, can you just create a flyer for me? And then,
The F word.
yeah, just
That's
create a flyer for me. And so I go, well, that's great. What do you want to talk about? I'm not going to do the flyer for you, but I will show you all the tools and all the ways to do that. And here's some samples. Here's some people to go to look at their content. Just put your name on it and go move on with life, get the business. And so it's things like that. We do quite a bit of consulting, and we get a lot of our brokers calling and emailing, LinkedIn, all the different things because we're constantly staying in front of them. And so I think that's a way to give back and serve.
Yeah.
Our main mission is to work for the company, but when we're helping our customers in this way, it just drives value over and over again, and the brokers appreciate it.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I think that's great. Melanie, how about you? Like particularly from a messaging standpoint, like how are you considering that as you're writing this copy for these emails, for your social media copy? Like what's in your mind as you're thinking about empathy in this time?
Right now, not focusing so much on sales, but service. Like, how can we be of service to our brokers? And then helping them, like Christy was mentioning, communicate that to their borrowers. Like, how can I be of service to you? So it's just, a chain. Like, how can we help each other get through this? Because we have to partner through this time if we're all going to survive.
Like, what are your pain points?
Yeah.
And how can we address those?
Yeah. And so are you guys like straight up just saying that? Like, are you like, no, look, we're trying to help you during this difficult time.
Yeah.
You're straight up saying that.
Straight up
I think
saying
that's it's so good. Just be like, look, we know what it is. We're not making this up.
We don't need to sugarcoat it.
We don't need to sugarcoat it but like, let's just cut through the crap and get to the point of what we're doing.
Yeah.
And how can I actually just help you do this instead? That's awesome. I love that. So thinking about, like, a lot of the audience of this podcast are marketing professionals in the mortgage business. So like, what's your advice to a marketer right now? And let's make it very specific, this advice. What's your advice to a marketer right now who is looking to cast a wider net per se? What are like methods in which you feel like you're seeing some success driving revenue through what type of vehicles?
Yeah. Well, I think the biggest thing is to not give up. Right now, it's so easy to look at everything that's on social media and just get really deflated really fast. And so if you go in with the spirit that this is just temporary and it will turn around and we will see a brighter future ahead of us and things like that. I think that's the number one thing to stay on top of. And then it's also part two of that is, as a marketer, that's running a marketing team, like staying positive for your team, but also really honing in on what you get good at. Like, what are you really good at? As a marketing team, you have so many different projects and campaigns and things you're tracking for, and you're running 1,000,000 miles a minute, but what's actually really working for you? Is it your email marketing campaigns? Is it your social media? What are the different funnels that you're bringing into your company that's actually making a difference? And so chase after those things instead of the things that are not working or you're not sure about. And if you're not measuring it, then dump it.
Yeah.
Like dump it quick, because it's not really doing anything for you. It's just a lot of noise.
Now's a good time to be data driven.
Data driven.
Oh,
Really focus
Perfect
on
time.
what's
Yeah.
effective, what's bringing in loans.
And I think when you do that and you get through this cycle, you're going to be even stronger coming out of this cycle.
oh, totally.
100%.
No, I love that advice. I mean, the twofold piece of advice here. One is just tracking what
Yeah.
you're doing and what's the result of it. But doubling, what you said is doubling down on the things that you know work and that you're actually good at, right?
Yeah.
Because you have
Good at.
so many different things you could do as a marketer. I could be really good at website design and
Yeah.
creating funnels. I could be really good at doing ads. I could be really good at doing social media,
Right.
email marketing, flyers,
Right.
right? Or
Yeah.
like or maybe just you're really good at picking up the phone and calling brokers to remind them about champs,
Mhm.
right? Like it depends on what your skill set on your team is,
Yeah.
and really focusing on what you can do
Yeah.
to improve within the work that the framework and the people
Yeah.
that you have today. Because let's be honest, you're probably not going to get additional headcount right now.
No.
All right.
It's not gonna,
I
you're
don't
not
think
getting more
so.
headcount,
Yeah.
probably not getting new technology.
Yeah.
Maybe, I mean, I think that there's definitely, and we're seeing this right now, just, from being a tech company, we are oftentimes seen as like an outsourced team for social media.
Brilliant. Yeah.
And when, if your team is not good at social media, a lot of companies hire us to
Yeah.
kind of be that social media team for them instead of hiring somebody new. We're a fraction of that cost, right? So it's finding things like that. Like if your skill set is not something, don't do it.
Yeah.
And don't hire somebody to do something, especially if you can't hire
Right.
anybody right now. Like
Right.
figure out ways to use people you have and
Leverage.
leverage,
Leverage.
not leverage, not use. We don't want to use people. Leverage
people.
leverage their skill sets.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a good time to be scrappy.
It is a good time to be
Talk more about that. What do you mean?
Well, I think that, like you were mentioning, we all have our skill set, but there are so many resources out there, and a little bit of research, some elbow grease, I think you can make some really cool things. One of the resources we talk about a lot is Canva, which is free.
I love Canva.
Yeah.
You can make your
Everybody
own.
loves Canva.
Yeah, you can make your own flyers, your own social media. You can make videos. You can make a website. So you've got resources out there that are available to you. If you start
If
Googling.
You just got to type in the computer.
Well, and not everyone has a Melanie though. Melanie writes emails in like 2 minutes flat
She does.
that are like
That's
actually
true.
converting and do
Yeah.
really good things. So we don't have Melanies, but there are a lot of good resources. And I think Canva is a great one. I think just straight up Googling though, like I think we've lost the art of Googling.
Yeah.
And like there's so much you can in YouTube, watching videos about your job.
Oh, yeah.
There's so much, or
much.
listening to podcasts like this of like tangible advice from other people in your space on what you could be doing.
Yeah.
Like just crowdsource
Absolutely.
your job.
One of the other things that's a good point. The other thing that we do is like we look outside of the mortgage industry for a lot of our
That's
content.
a great point.
So if you are inspired by, let's say you get an ad from a retailer that you really like, and you're like, wow, that actually moved me. We'll take that content and mortgageize it, I guess.
Mortgageify, whatever you want.
Mortgagify it. And that is like one of our greatest sources. And we go, wow, this is really cool. I wonder if we can turn that around and it responds. And so when it does, we're like, this is awesome.
That is awesome.
How can we do this and put this on our calendar? So we'll do it one time in this month, but then every month from that point, we'll kind of like replicate that formula and put it in other months. So we just start building our calendar.
I love that.
Fulfilling that content calendar is like everything. When we see a full content calendar, we're
so
like,
good.
ooh, this feels good. Wow. We just need to write it. That's what she does.
Well, you said something that's really important, and you said you're repurposing. Well, you didn't say specific repurposing, but that's essentially what you're saying. You're repurposing content again and again and again. And that's something that I'm very passionate about, because here's the thing. And I don't want to say this in like, or people take this the wrong way, but I'm a classically trained advertiser, right? Like I got my degree too long ago in advertising, right?
Yeah.
But what was taught and was ingrained in my mind is that people are not going to take action on your
Right.
messages unless they've seen
Right.
it 7 times.
Right.
And that was 20 years ago,
It's
right?
even more now.
It's like,
More.
I just read an article the other day, it was like 21 times. It's
Yeah.
3x what it used to be. And it's
So much
because we're
noise.
so, there's too much noise. Social media, I'm always looking at my phone.
Yeah.
But now it's like, and everybody has the power to create good content. So repurposing your content needs to be a more regular thing. It's like, we get tired of hearing our messages as marketers. Like, oh, people are sick of hearing me talk about this. They're not. They actually haven't even heard it.
Right.
They didn't see
That's
it.
They didn't see
exactly
it.
the point. That's why we do that practice of just taking that one piece and putting it on the calendar for future months, because who knows if they saw it or a fraction or they just need a reminder. And so that stuff is like gold. If you had taken the time to make that piece, make it work like 10 times fold.
Yeah.
Like keep pushing it out, saying it a different way. Like what is really going to drive that click or call back or whatever. And I think the most important part is collaborating with your sales teams. A lot of marketing teams struggle with that. They kind of think they know what they're going to say. And it is my belief that you have to have a really strong relationship with your sales teams, because they're the ones selling it. So if I'm saying something different and they're saying something different, it's not a lot of cohesion of the brand. And so once they start buying into our content and we buy into what they're trying to put out there, it's a beautiful relationship. And we've had
We've been really lucky.
wonderful sales teams as like a cohort on a mission to get champions out there.
Yeah.
And we've been working together really great. And I think that is really your most powerful thing, is to partner with them, believe in the work that they do, and just be their ultimate support. And then the customers as well, the clients.
Yeah.
Our broker partners, they trust us to help them out, or they trust us to be a resource for them. And that is why I do what I do, because I love to help. I'm service driven. And so that is what a good marketer does that. They listen to their audience. They listen to the people they work with, and they find a way to make it all work.
Yeah.
Package.
I love it. Always in a beautiful package.
Always beautiful.
Christy was mentioning, the community aspect. And I think you've made a name for yourself in the industry, being of service to people, not just being social, but people know that you're going to deliver something valuable to them. So
Anybody they can call, text
all
the time, always. And
people don't take you up on that offer enough. At least I feel like I'm always like, just call me, like, let's talk. And like, very few people actually will text or call.
Yeah, I think
for advice
that I will. I'm too busy or something, and I am busy. Well, that is number one. I am busy. I'm always working, but I will find a way to help, because I really feel like helping homeowners get into homes is truly what we're all in here for. Like this, if we're not with that mission, at least, why are we in mortgage marketing? We could be in tech or whatever, but I really do believe in the bigger mission in this industry. And I really love this industry. So this is why we do what we do. And I don't know, it's about helping each other, because we have enough problems, we have enough problems. Let's just help each other out and do good.
Yeah. I mean, let's just summarize real quick, because I think we've probably gone far enough. No, it's not too bad. Average audience is like, they tail off after a couple months, right? If you got to this far, if you got this far, send me a message and say Coca-Cola, and I'll send you a gift card of some sort for something. God, send Coke Zero as a DM to me, and you'll get a special prize. Because I love to see if people actually listen this long.
Let's see. And then at least maybe take one piece of advice, any of it, and put it into play today. Don't wait.
No,
just
do
something.
It. So let's summarize, right? Figure out what you're good at, what your team is actually good at, and double down on that.
Yeah.
Repurpose your content again and again and again, because look, no one's really listening. Have major empathy for all of your stakeholders, both internal and external, and just be real with everybody in your marketing. I think you guys are doing a fantastic job at that.
Be real.
And just be real. Oh, like the app. Are you guys on Be Real, by the way? Have you heard of it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you?
We're not on it.
I mean, I have
it, but we get scared, because some of those moments you're like, oh, maybe I'm not taking snapping right now.
Well,
people don't want to know what I'm doing.
Hashtag be fake too.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not like if you miss that 2-minute window, you're like, my kids are all over this and they love it. And so I've been dragged into it. And but I realized, like, look, you guys never post on time. This is actually real.
It's not real.
You're
We're not
fake. This is so I can't
kinda
be
real.
fake. Be kind of real.
real.
It's like there's no Insta in my Instagram.
Yeah.
That's true. That's
That
true.
oh, very good point.
Very good.
So
Yeah.
Very good point.
We haven't even touched the surface on social media. This is social coach.
Have some-
Social.
Next time we'll talk social media.
Yeah.
Obviously near and dear to my heart. What did we touch on social media
Yeah.
a little bit? I mean, you guys do very good job at social.
Thank you.
I've seen your content. It's A+ content that Champs puts out. And we're excited
Thank
to
you.
do work together in the future.
Thank you.
But thank you guys for coming in,
Yeah.
coming all the way down here
This is
and being part of the
my pleasure.
podcast.
We love it.
Until next time, we'll see you soon.